Friday the 13th.
Really? That's what you started with?
Friday the 13th is a 1980 American independent slasher film produced and directed by Sean S. Cunningham, written by Victor Miller, and starring Betsy Palmer, Adrienne King, Harry Crosby, Laurie Bartram, Mark Nelson, Giannine Taylor, Robbie Morgan, and Kevin Bacon.
Okay. Okay. Dude, really? You literally told us in the car, like, no more of this.
What are you talking about?
Like, no more of these, like, jokes.
It's not a joke.
Okay. Why don't you tell everybody what we're doing today?
We're watching Friday the 13th, the original slasher film from 1980. And we will be periodically pausing the movie to give our commentary on it. Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. Do you think they have any questions?
Well, if they do, we're not going to know until after. So.
Alright, so, like, fuck them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cody's here, too, if he's everyone's gonna talk.
Who?
Okay. So, if you really are that dedicated to us, just go on Max or HBO Max, whatever you want to call it. Fire up this movie and watch it along with us. What do you say we pause every 30 minutes? So that'll be once.
No, whenever
we want.
Whenever we have something to talk about.
All right.
It could be twice.
So I'll just put the remote in the middle and we. All right.
Yes.
If you have something to say, just start it up.
Okay.
All right.
Friday the 13th.
All right. We're gonna start watching it now. So we'll come back to you when we have something to say.
Okay, we're like 2 minutes into the movie, and my first thoughts were that I'm excited to see this cast get brutalized. Do you guys agree?
So the opening scene, it zooms in on their like cabin because they're camping, and it's just a group of like teenagers, and they're just singing like
They're
campfire
like
songs.
annoyingly singing, like their singing's terrible,
Yeah.
and it's setting up for a nice bloodbath.
And you're excited for that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to talk to you later about that.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So they keep cutting between scenes where it's like the cameraman
A first-person view.
and then a first-person view of Jason. So is Jason walking around with a video camera?
You don't know if it's Jason yet.
Well, what would be walking up the stairs with ominous music playing?
It's just a filmmaking technique. He's not like.
Well, I
he's
just
not
imagine like
documenting
Jason
it.
like holding like a giant like HD camera. Like
He might be.
Well, these two people seems to be
Two teenagers ran away from the group to get it on.
right. You know, in a horror movie, that's the biggest mistake.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're
all right.
fucked.
Literally.
Okay, I don't know.
Sorry.
This already reminds me of a Looney Tunes kind of movie, bro.
We just saw the first kills, and our first thoughts were that it reminds us of Looney Tunes. So I don't know if that's gonna be an exciting hour and a half or a miserable hour and a half. If this horror movie reminds us of Looney Tunes already,
Why'd they zoom in?
I don't know. The techniques they're using for filmmaking are really weird. They like zoomed in on the girl's face and then it paused, and the music was playing, and then it cut away, and then there was a Looney Tunes font that popped up that said Friday the 13th. So, okay, we'll move on. This girl just found a dog, and she greeted the dog by saying, "Hi, girl," and then she said, "Excuse me, hi, boy." What the fuck?
And then she asked him if he spoke English.
Why did she immediately look at his penis?
Well, I mean, look at her. She doesn't look like
If you found a dog in the wild, would you like? My first thoughts would be like, "Oh, I gotta help this dog." I would not be looking at its genitals.
Well, I mean, she doesn't seem too concerned about the dog. Like,
I know, but like, would you? would your mind even cross the thought of the dog's
nope.
if the dog has a penis or not?
Nope.
Or am I just reading too much
I mean,
into
she
this?
immediately looked at it too.
I mean, she's staring at it right now.
I think she's looking. She might be looking at his face.
Probably not.
She's finding like incredible joy out of this dog.
Yeah, we'll see.
She also asked the dog for directions.
Okay.
So, after the intro with the dog, the girl walks into a shop and asks these people for directions to the camp that the other people were killed at. And when she walks outside, there's an old man named Ralph. and this man is probably 90 pounds soaking wet. And Cody goes, "What if that's Jason?" Well, why would his name be Jason? Why would he change his name from Ralph to Jason and then gain like triple his weight?
Bro, think about it though. He said that place is a killer town or whatever.
Well, yeah, because people got.
So what if he turns into Jason?
Isn't
Like,
Jason
LA.
isn't Jason like 7 feet tall, 300 pounds?
What if it's like every night he turns into Jason?
Like
He
a
gains
werewolf?
300 pounds.
I mean, I could. I haven't read spoilers. It could be true. We'll keep an eye on Ralph.
So we're getting back to the first person views, and it just made me think: if Jason killed these people last year, what does he do for a year? Like,
Doesn't he come back every Friday the 13th?
I feel like where does he go for the year?
In
Does
the,
he go
in the
to-
lake.
like, with his relatives?
I think he comes out of the lake.
Does he just he's like a fish?
He's like a spirit. I think he's like a possessed like.
So his body just gets dropped off somewhere every year.
I think I don't really I don't I hopefully
no,
the
but
movie
this
will-
applies to like anything. Like Michael Myers, he only comes around on Halloween. Like, where do these people go? Do they just take a
I
vacation?
mean they're
to,
not
like,
they're not
Peru?
humans, so
We don't know that.
I'm pretty sure Jason's not.
Michael Myers was though. Or is, isn't he?
I think it depends.
Wasn't
which
he like a human who was
movie.
like abused as a kid?
Yeah, but I don't know if he like dies and then comes back.
I don't know. I just like
I never watched. I
can
never
imagine
watched Halloween.
Jason with like the Hawaiian like necklace around him. Like, what is it called?
the like the loot
The
I don't know, the flower necklace.
isn't it a lei?
Yeah,
Some whatever the hell it is. Like, just like sitting on the beach while he waits for the next Friday the 13th.
like drinking out of a coconut.
Also, isn't Friday the 13th every like so often?
it's not. Yeah, it's not every month, but it's a couple times a year.
So I don't know, this is just like, I don't know. I would like to imagine him somewhere in Hawaii, just like sitting on the
Well,
beach.
If that makes you feel better, then I'm sure he wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
it adds more realism to the movie.
Okay.
Do you think he swims to Hawaii?
Probably. He probably digs a tunnel in the lake and just like through the center of the earth. We'll just continue watching the movie. So this like dumb idiot, the girl who immediately looked at the dog's dick, she tried to hitchhike to go to the camp, I guess, because I guess she's like what she say, she's like the chef.
Yes.
And she tried to get in this Jeep, and they're doing the Jason first person view with this person, and they're not showing who the person is, and the guy just zoomed past the turn for the camp. Now I don't think it's Jason, because why would she get in a car with a guy in a hockey mask?
Maybe
But-
he took it off.
Well, isn't that like the whole thing? Like, Jason doesn't take off the hockey mask, or like Michael Myers
I don't
doesn't
know.
take. I don't.
We have to treat this as this is the first movie. We don't know anything.
Well, I don't know anything. I just know like basic. All right, I'll act like I know nothing about it then, just for the.
You don't even know if you don't even know like they haven't even said the name Jason yet. Like we're not supposed to know like who Jason is. There's just a
All right,
killer.
all right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the killer, might not even come back. I just might be watching people at camp, right?
Yeah.
Wait, so was the first clip of like the year before?
Yeah,
That was like it said like 1950.
or like
Oh.
years. It was like the legend. It was to like set up like the.
Yeah, the beginning of the movie had like a flashback, and right now it's current day.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, so we've watched a little bit more of the movie.
We're like 40 minutes in.
Yeah, so everyone's at the camp now, and they got split up because it started storming. So a few of them are in one cabin, and then 3 more are in another cabin because they had to run for cover because it was pouring.
So the first guy, Ned, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, the annoying, like the typical annoying character that's like being a dick.
He's like the comical dick.
Yeah, but he's like being a dick. He's playing pranks on everyone else, and
Right,
he's like,
right. So he saw somebody in the cabin, and he walked into the cabin. Instead
he
of
saw like
running away.
he saw a shadowy figure. So instead of running away and telling everybody else, he ran towards it.
And then it was about to start raining, and the couple in the movie, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anybody's names. It's just a
I
bunch
don't
of
know their names,
teenagers.
but they went into the cabin, but it was they thought it was the main one, but it was the wrong one. They thought they were in the right place, and they had a very long, brutal sex scene.
Brutal.
Brutal to watch. Not
because it was
just
like 3 minutes of
it was just drawn. It was just zoomed in on the girl's face, and it was just grunting and moaning, and then as the scene is ending, the camera pans up, and on the top bunk of the bed, Ned is dead and his throat is slit, but they have no idea.
yeah. So they're having sex underneath his dead body. That's pretty morbid.
Yeah. Yeah, and then in the other cabin, it's thundering out right now. It's storming bad. The other three people are playing strip Monopoly. So that's where we are right now. I really just need Jason to come in and just like take them all out, because these people are like the biggest idiots I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure it's done on purpose to set up like
Well, obviously.
yeah.
Also, we forgot to mention a police officer came down and warned everybody about Ralph, how he was crazy.
Ralph was like the crazy guy in the town that what was that girl's name?
Annie.
Annie.
Yeah.
Annie like went to the town to get a ride to the camp, and Ralph was the crazy guy from that town who was trying to warn everybody about the camp.
Yeah, so Ralph popped out of their food pantry and was like, I have a message from God.
Yeah, Ralph said he's a
won't-
messenger from God.
You won't make it through the night, which all these people thought he was crazy, but now that we see Ned,
I think Ralph's the hero of the story so far.
well, I mean, he tried to be at least. And then he got on his bike and rode off. So, but so far, Ralph is right. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here, but
I'm pretty sure I know what's gonna happen.
people have died and we haven't seen it. We haven't seen the killer yet. So,
Yeah, almost halfway through the movie, we haven't seen like any kill. Like we saw someone get their throat slit, but not.
we haven't seen the face of the killer. We
Yeah.
saw the kill, but not the face.
When they were by the lake too, they almost saw him, didn't
Yeah. There's been many shots of this person in first person, like stalking them.
They're definitely building up to it and teasing it.
Right. Obviously, like the main act of the movie. Or
Yeah.
I think we're almost there. It's storming. It's yeah. So
I don't think we're almost to the main act of the movie yet. We're not even halfway done yet.
yeah, but they can. The whole point of the movie is this. So don't you think they're gonna like?
I think probably the most important part will be the last like 20 minutes,
All right,
like the
well,
third act. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
we'll see,
I could
we'll
be
see.
wrong, but
All right. So now all three people in the wrong cabin have died. The girl got up after they had sex to go and use the bathroom, and I guess this killer was underneath the bed, and he. What even was he using?
He
It
stabbed
looked like a.
Blade.
yeah, he stabbed through the bottom of the bed, through, is it Jack?
Yeah,
Through his back, like out of his chest, like
and then he like spun it around.
it didn't look like a knife. It
It
looked
looked like a ninja like shuriken.
it looked like an arrowhead, but like it wasn't. Could it have been an arrow?
I think so. I think it was
Because they were
an
doing
arrow.
archery before. What'd you say? A ninja? What?
What is it? Shuriken?
Shuriken?
Oh, shuriken.
What did you say? Shuriken?
I said shuriken.
Um,
And then she was going to the bathroom, and this man put an axe through her head. I don't know what her name is, but she's dead now. So
I have to say the axe through the head looked pretty good. Like the special effects for this movie's like 1980.
yeah,
It definitely looked because the other kills, like the first girl that got her throat slit,
that looked
looked
terrible.
a little iffy, but the axe like split in the head looked pretty convincing.
Yeah.
I also have to say I'm not like scared at all watching this. I don't know about
There's
you
not
guys.
even like jump scares because they haven't shown this person yet.
No, it's definitely like they're definitely like building tension with like the first person camera view, but it's not like I know what's coming already.
Right. So now we're down to three people, the strip Monopoly people. Which is it's interesting too because I think these people were the three least interesting people. In the
I
whole
think
movie.
the girl with like the bowl the bowl cut hair, whatever her name is, like the blonde bowl cut, is
Yeah.
gonna probably like be the last one alive.
What happened to the other guy with the glasses?
They went out to I don't know. Didn't he say like I'll be back for lunch or something?
Yeah,
I don't know where they went.
because at the beginning of when the teenagers were getting to the camp, there was
Are
the
these the
girl with the
people-
bowl cut, and then there was a guy that was shirtless. He had like a bandana wrapped around his neck, and they were talking about something, but he's just not here anymore. So I don't know.
He was the guy that was like Was he like looking after the camp or
I
something?
think
Yeah,
so.
he probably owns it or something.
Because then I think that them two were dating because she was gonna leave, and then she was like, "Oh, I'll just stay until Friday." He was like, "Let me change your mind."
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he'll come into play again.
What if he just doesn't?
But then that would be
I don't
really
know.
stupid.
So far, I'm a little like, I don't know what the right word is. I feel like we haven't gotten anywhere yet.
It's a confusing plot.
I mean, it's not even confusing. You know, the guy's just going around killing, but like, is there a reason as to why they're not showing anything, or is it just for like the build up?
I'm sure it's just for the build up.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Because you know, with like Scream, there's a little bit of a mystery, but there's no mystery in this movie.
I mean, the mystery.
Everybody knows that the guy is. The mystery is who's going to be the last one surviving. That's about it.
Yeah, but again, the mystery to us should be who's killing them.
True. I guess
You know
you're
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, you're right. All right, well, we're gonna continue on here to see who wins this game of Monopoly. Okay, so now something a little interesting happened. It cuts to a diner, and the only person in this diner is the worker, the old lady with an afro. She was like a giant perm, and then the guy we were just talking about. And the guy we were just talking about goes out and he gets in the same Jeep that it seems that what was it? Annie was kidnapped and killed in. So this makes it a little more interesting. I'm not sure
At this point, I'm a little confused because I know, like, obviously, from what we know that we're not supposed to know already, like, this guy's not Jason Voorhees. I mean,
Right. I mean,
I don't think he's Jason, but he's not wearing a hockey mask. He's just a guy with a mustache.
right. And if he was at the diner, how did he kill all those? Like, yeah, something's off, but obviously they wouldn't make the movie just about the guy killing everyone, so they have to add some plot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens, but this definitely adds some interesting aspects to it. All right, we'll see what happens here. So Steve is dead now.
I don't think we said who Steve was.
Steve was the guy that we were talking about that was at the diner. I guess it was a different Jeep. It literally looks the exact same.
I don't know. I don't know what's the point of Steve. Like, what is the significance of him leaving only to come back and then die?
I guess to draw it out, right?
I guess.
Because his Jeep broke down and then he had to get a ride from the cop. So, and then also this killer cut the phone wires and I guess he did something to disable the car from starting. Because the two people, I don't know their names. What was the guy's name?
I don't know, the campers.
The two people that are left, the only two ones that are left now at this point.
Well, we didn't see the other girl die yet.
I mean, we can assume.
No, I mean, why?
Cause all right, we won't assume, but I think she's dead. Anyways, the two people right now, they discovered something's off, and the girl is saying we should go get help, and the guy is like, well, let's just stay here. So, yeah, but we have 30 minutes left of the movie, and we still have not seen the killer.
I also realized as we were watching this that as a podcast, I don't know how this is going to play because we're stopping and taking breaks and watching the movie, but anyone who listens to this, it's going to be instant.
It's just gonna cut right away.
Yeah, there's no like cue that we paused and then played. So,
Yeah.
like, honestly, the best way to listen to this would be
Watch the whole movie.
watch Friday the 13th, and then listen to this, and you'll know like what spots were.
It's funny how we say that when we're almost done with the movie.
I mean, yeah.
I can
but-
insert a clip at the beginning. This is also going to be a significantly shorter podcast.
It's a bonus episode.
Yeah.
We're doing 3 this week instead of 2. So.
Anytime we do movie episodes, they'll be coming out as extras. They just won't be as long, but it's still extra content for you guys.
Yeah, so if you've seen Friday the 13th, you'll know what's going on if you listen to this. If you've never seen the movie and you try to listen to this, it might not play so well as a podcast, but I don't know. It's October. Maybe
Right.
you're in the mood for a...
I even challenge you to listen to this first, be confused, and then go piece it together as you're watching.
Yeah, because we're all trying to piece the movie together. I mean, it's not like a mind-blowingly ridiculous movie. It's just like... I think the fact that they haven't shown the killer yet is what's throwing us off.
Right.
Because we know who Jason is, but like people that were watching this back in, I think 1980 it came out, were probably
This
confused.
was probably so scary for them.
Yeah.
They were probably shitting their pants.
Yeah. What do you think, Cody?
Well, I don't know if you guys heard on the police call when Steve got dropped off. They said they have 3 bodies,
Oh, I actually didn't catch that.
So,
and that's the 3 people that we know are dead.
yeah, but wasn't that so far out of the way? Did he bring them somewhere?
Probably the body wasn't there. Remember?
Yeah, there was the
There was
girl
the
who got the
axe.
axe put into her head. They found the axe, like, just in her bed.
Oh yeah, so he might have
So-
dragged the body somewhere.
And the 2 other the 2 other people that died on the bunk bed weren't there.
True.
Yeah, so 3 people have been killed that we've seen. Is it 3?
Yeah.
And
For
there's-
sure, 3
And then there's
for
one
sure.
that maybe.
We've seen 3 people, and we don't have any bodies anymore. Correct?
Right.
So
Wait, didn't 4 people?
well, 3
Two-
people.
2
3.
guys,
The 2 guys died.
and then the 2 girls.
Well, we don't know if
really
that.
early.
We don't know when the.
No,
oh,
'cause the axe and
Annie
Annie.
died. But
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
so there's-
But
she-
Annie was in the forest.
She died in the woods.
Right.
So 4 people have died, maybe 5.
All right.
Because the girl, I forgot. Are they calling her Brenda?
I think so.
Oh well, now 6 because of Steve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steve's dead too.
But
the call was before he died.
Yeah.
Brenda
This is
might have died. We didn't see Brenda die yet, but it looked like she was toast.
There's no way this is playing out well on
Toast.
audio. I'm not sure what's so funny.
I called Brenda toast.
Alright.
Let's just
Alright,
finish the movie.
we're gonna maybe we should start like when we come back doing what we just did. Actually saying what happens in the movie, not just like saying like, oh okay, so now this guy died. Like let's actually like go back,
I mean,
kind of how we just did it.
yeah, but we're assuming they've watched the movie.
Right.
and then
Let's
listen
at
to
least let
this.
them know when we're cutting.
Okay, we're gonna
Alright,
go.
we're gonna continue watching. So this girl was in her cabin all alone. In the middle of the night, she jumped awake, screamed Bill, and then looked to her side and went, generator. And then she started making tea.
These people are really pissing me off in this movie.
I don't understand
Like
why
they deserve to get killed out by how they're acting. Like they're running around the camp. It's pitch black. It's pouring rain. They're all running around the camp alone.
Shouldn't they just go to bed?
If they all huddled up in one cabin, and just like
Well, I mean, Jason would still like mutilate them, but
I know, but they at least have a fighting chance if it was like 6 versus 1.
I just don't understand like why did she just immediately start cooking after going generator?
I don't know, dude. Why are they like every 3 seconds someone leaves the group to go do something else?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Would you leave to go to the generator to try to fix it if it's pitch black in the middle of the night?
Nope. Just go to sleep.
No,
Like-
don't even go to sleep. At this point, just wait until it's light time and leave.
Oh, I don't know. These people are. I mean, I think these movies want you to make in your head like.
Get pissed off so you
Yes.
want to see them die?
I mean,
Well, it's working.
like, I don't even know.
She was just turning the stove on. I said, I hope the stove blows up. Okay, we're going to cut again.
So I just made a very good point. Don't you guys think that it would be funnier if Jason had the thunder gun from Call of Duty Zombies?
It would definitely be more entertaining than him killing with blades.
Do you know what that is, Cody? The thunder
The
gun.
thunder gun, it basically
It's a-
shoots a huge burst of air that like
It just like rips you apart and like knocks you back.
we're so like goofy that we're talking about Jason using Fortnite weapons to kill.
Because like these people are so stupid.
Again, what we were talking about before, how everyone leaves. She put, I think it was coffee because she had coffee grounds. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
She put coffee on the stove, and then she left to go look for Bill, alone.
She's wandering around the campus going, Bill.
Alone. Like, stay in the fucking cabin.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even have anything to say. This is just like,
I know that in horror movies people make dumb decisions, but this is like, come on.
this is like almost comedic.
Yes.
Like it doesn't even look like anybody's trying.
Like, it almost like they want to encounter doom.
Exactly.
Like, they're going out of their way to find sudden death.
And whenever they see him, they never move. They just sit
They,
there like
they don't even try to
shocked.
run. The only girl that tried to run was Annie.
Yeah, well, it didn't get her very far.
No, not really.
Why'd she get in the car with him, bro?
Yeah,
I don't understand the car thing, the Jeep thing.
yeah. Maybe we'll get an explanation.
Hopefully.
All right, we're gonna continue here to see if she can find Bill. All right, so not even 10 seconds later, she shuts the door, and on the back of the door, Bill is strung up.
Bill's pinned to the door like a poster with like archery arrows.
Like a poster.
He's pinned to the door.
We actually like jinxed it though. You said you said, oh, he'll find him all right. Did you say that on wait?
Oh, I said you said hopefully she finds Bill, and then I said, oh, she'll find him all right. And then like
literally seconds later,
she found him, not alive, but she found him.
Wait, so he's like not touching the ground either, like on the door. Did he like jump up and then get shot with the arrow?
I'm sure Jason or the killer pinned him.
all right.
I don't know.
I mean, at this point, she's the last one left, unless the other girl's alive. But I think
We didn't. It's weird that we didn't see her die.
we didn't see Bill die either.
I know, but we saw like his aftermath at least.
Well, we might see her aftermath. And maybe there's no aftermath. Maybe he like ate her.
I don't know.
Well,
We're getting down to it here.
yeah, we have like 25 minutes left, so it's about to like, you know, if anything in this movie is gonna happen, it's gonna be right now.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here.
Okay, so we said before we didn't see the girl Brenda die. We saw her body just now because somebody threw her body through the cabin window. And the last girl that's alive, I don't know her name. Do you know it?
No, I have no idea what her name is. Do you know it, Cody?
I have no clue.
The last girl, I don't know if I said it on the podcast. The girl with like the bowl cut, kind of.
Yeah, it's Bowl Cut Girl.
Yeah.
I actually don't know her name.
She's the last one alive, and so everyone's dead. She saw a Jeep pulling up to the cabin, and she ran towards it because she thought it was help. And
Which was the same Jeep that, what was his name, Steve had, and then I guess the kidnapper.
yeah, so it's that Jeep, and out of it comes a grandma-looking lady.
Which was probably the scariest part of the movie so far.
Yeah, because she came out, and it looked like a person wearing an old lady's face, kind of.
Yeah.
It was just creepy, but she came out and she was like, "Oh, I'm Mrs. Voorhees."
She said an old friend of, I don't remember the name she said.
She must just be from the town or something, but we know that name, don't we?
Oh, an old friend of the Christies. That's what she said.
Who the hell's Christy?
It's probably somebody's like last name. I don't know.
Yeah, so Mrs. Voorhees. We know the
So
last name
is
Voorhees.
she gonna help her son,
I don't know.
or is she gonna die?
I don't know how this
Well,
goes.
knowing what I know, I wasn't Jason like. No, okay. I mean, at this point, let's stop like the killer. Jason was a kid who drowned in a lake, right?
Yeah.
And then he came back. So, don't you think he wants back at his parents for like letting him drown?
I'm sure.
So he might.
I think Mrs. Voorhees is toast also.
But I think it would be creepier if she was like working with Jason.
Yeah, but
But
I
I don't think they're gonna do that.
we'll see. We have like 20 minutes left of the movie. We finally have a mention of Voorhees at least.
That's the closest we've gotten to it. But now I'm just confused because it's the same Jeep. So is she helping at first? Like I don't know what.
Maybe Jason was driving it. If it's like the family Jeep. I don't know.
But isn't Jason just a spirit?
Well, he's a human. Like he's human, but he's like he has a human shape. He's not like a ghost that floats around.
I don't know. I'm getting like more confused. So we're gonna
Okay.
continue and see what happens here.
We finished the movie.
I don't want to watch.
That was the
I don't.
that was the weirdest last 20 minutes ever.
I don't even know like. I don't really know what just happened at all.
Well, the biggest shocker is that Jason with the hockey mask was not even in the movie.
Oh, Jason was in the fucking movie.
Bro.
Though.
No, it was like okay, so they showed okay, so what they did was they what do we end with? She found the old lady in the Jeep. The old lady in the Jeep.
Yes.
Mrs. Voorhees.
Yes.
She told the last girl that was alive about like the legend of the lake, I guess, and how a boy named Jason drowned in the lake. And then a year later after he drowned is how the movie opened. It was like 1950. The movie opened with like those camp people getting killed.
Yeah.
And they showed Jason drowning.
And can we?
And,
Jason, as a kid, is the most
dude,
scary.
It's the most gut wrenching. Like
it looked like an alien.
it was like. Think about like like the picture of somebody when they don't have a profile picture on a social media account.
Yeah, just like the white. Like,
It's literally just a basic mold of a human. It's that this person was fully white with blacked out like holes for eyes.
yeah. So there's that.
If you want to actually like shit your pants and not sleep tonight, look up.
Baby Jason.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
young drowned Jason. So basically, the angle they took was Mrs. Voorhees, who obviously from the last name is Jason's mom, got possessed by the spirit of Jason and chased around the last girl for the last 20 minutes.
yeah,
And it ended with, I wish I knew her name, the last girl, chopping off Mrs. Voorhees' head with a machete.
yeah.
And then,
She got in the canoe and just
yeah,
went to sleep.
like because of the crazy ass night she had, she got in the canoe on the lake and just drifted to sleep, which I don't know about you guys, but if I was around all those events, I would not want to be near a body of water.
Would you be able to go to sleep?
No.
I don't think I could live.
No. But
Oh my god.
so like the movie ends with the cops pulling up. It's daytime, the cops pull up and she's in the canoe. And
I think this, like, some of this is like a dream for her.
yeah, so in the canoe,
Right as the cops are like,
the cops are like gonna
she like wakes up.
yeah. So drowned Jason, which he looks a little different this time.
He looks more like
He looks like burnt almost.
decayed.
Yeah. He pops up out of the water and pulls her under, and then it cuts to her in the hospital and she like jolts awake
Yeah.
and she's like, I guess that was a dream. So she's like asking the people in the hospital, like, is everyone else dead? And she's asking, like, is the boy dead? And then the cop is like, we didn't find any boy. And the movie ends with
Her.
they show the lake again and the lake's like rippling.
Yeah.
So like Jason's still in the lake.
I just have to say that was a very disturbing 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was trying to tell you guys, like, we don't really know if it's Jason, because we were all expecting, like, the hockey mask Jason,
Yeah.
and there was absolutely no hockey mask in this movie at all.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm wondering when he actually comes in.
It's got to be Friday the 13th 2 or 3, because there's like 15 of these movies.
Right.
I kind of want to watch, like,
I'm like interested to see what happens.
we might have to watch 2, or we might have to watch until, like, the Jason we know shows up.
Yeah.
Because basically in this movie, Jason was an old lady.
Yeah, which was, kind of scary.
I said at the beginning it wasn't scary. It got a little creepy at the end with, like, the
It was
kid
just, it was
Jason.
more of just like an uncomfortable
Well,
feeling.
I was telling you guys about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It has that same vibe, but it's like worse.
I don't think I want to watch that movie then.
We're gonna watch it.
Me and Cody were both like,
Come on, it's a movie.
Like the last 2-3 minutes, because it was panned at the lake.
Yeah,
just
they wouldn't even
zooming
look at
in.
it.
me and Cody were both looking away a little bit. I personally, I'm a huge pussy when it comes to
Yeah, I
horror
am too. But
movies.
you have to remember it's just a movie.
Yeah, but
Now, with that being said,
hold on a minute.
we have
I also have to lay in my room tonight, like by myself, and we also have to bring Cody home.
I have to lay in the dark.
we have to walk outside in like 10 minutes. So,
Oh man,
I enjoyed that. It was a good
no,
Halloween
it was a good movie.
or
It-
October watch.
It was just
I don't know if I'd watch it again. I'll watch the sequels.
I would definitely watch each movie one time to see how it goes, but I don't think this movie has rewatchability at all.
Nightmare on Elm Street
Does
is better.
yes.
We have to watch Halloween too.
Yeah.
Not Halloween 2, but Halloween also.
Right. The original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how the movie podcast is going to play out as a podcast, but
Right. This is also going to be our shortest episode.
yeah, like we said, it's a bonus. So
Yeah.
I think we figured out what we need to do like halfway through recording.
Yeah. Coming in November, we have some really, really, really big plans for the future of the podcast. And
I don't know if we should get into that.
I don't want to get into it now, but I'm like really excited for the direction that we're going in with all of this. It's going to become more of a quality over quantity idea. That's all I'll say right now.
Yeah.
But with very much improved quality all around, not just our actual audio. I would like to say we have some really, really good ideas for upcoming, pretty much the very, very near future, starting in November, I would say, after our Halloween
Hopefully.
festivities. Yeah.
We're just laying the groundwork of the podcast right now.
Right.
We're just getting content out there and like getting a back catalog established.
Some lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say about the movie. I'm not scared anymore.
Yeah, I think like now that it's been a bit, it's like
Yeah.
all right. I think later tonight I'm gonna be in bed just thinking about it though.
Yeah.
I like the vibe of old horror movies so much better than current horror movies.
Yeah. The reason why I like Nightmare on Elm Street is because of the soundtrack.
Yeah, the Nightmare on Elm Street soundtrack
It's
was
not
like synth.
scary. It's like synth music.
Yeah, this soundtrack was kind of annoying.
Yeah, it was very repetitive and like obviously typical like piano.
Yeah, there was like hard piano strikes.
Like violin strings or whatever that is.
Yeah, just like horror strings. But
Yeah.
there was like in the soundtrack there was like
Breathing. Almost.
whispering and like breathing, and I understand they tried to make it atmospheric and scary, but it just kind of got annoying after a while.
Yeah, I will say the atmosphere for this whole movie was a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, well,
Like,
they're
the
in a,
campground was fucking like
It was creepy.
I don't know why that's an operational campground, but
again, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Talk about atmosphere. That's like that atmosphere is crazy. We have to watch that. It's not like, come on, it's from like the 70s, I think.
okay. If we watch it at like 2:00 in the afternoon,
Okay.
all right, we'll discuss in the future. Do you want it? Do you have a riddle? Do you want to do a riddle?
I can
I don't
find
know if
one
we should-
quick.
No riddle. No.
This is a bonus. This is like a
bonus content.
This is like a freebie.
We will not be doing a riddle.
Should we still number this?
Yeah, this is still gonna get numbered.
Okay.
But
19.5.
this is 20. Oh, this is our 20th episode. All right.
It's gonna be the shortest.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
The number, it doesn't matter.
No.
You know, I'm sure we'll do something special for like 50, but we'll,
I know what we should drop for 50.
me too, but can't get into that. I don't, overall, closing thoughts. It was an enjoyable movie for, I think, the overall story. I definitely wouldn't, I mean, I know that we're probably gonna end up watching more, so that's why I can say I enjoyed it, but as a standalone movie, it's not, you know, anything too special, but I think it will contribute to the rest of the movies very well as a good starting spot.
It's so crazy to me that it was almost like comedic in the beginning by how like stupid it was.
Yeah, and then it got scary, which I would say that Nightmare on Elm Street kind of got that way too in the last 5 minutes. But not, I don't think as bad. It was just a little like weird.
It got like surreal.
Right. But that whole movie was kind of bordering it.
Yeah, because it was like playing with reality
Yeah.
and nightmares and stuff.
I think the next movie we're going to watch is Halloween. Or no, that's going to be our last October episode.
Yeah.
It's another bonus.
Yeah.
So, what movie do you guys want to watch next? Just so we can close with that. We'll give our rankings out of 10 and then...
My vote is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I mean, I don't care. I'm fine with that. But
I mean, I guess if we have to.
I watched it alone.
You're also a little different, though.
we should
us.
get like all the main Halloween movies in. Like
Right.
Nightmare on Elm.
I'll watch Nightmare on Elm Street next.
Yeah.
Why don't we watch Nightmare on Elm Street and then Freddy vs. Jason to like culminate? Did this even count though? Because the Jason that's in that movie is not even.
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Maybe off the podcast we can watch the rest of the movies.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to like start loading up with these episodes. 'Cause
Right.
Again,
I want
don't-
to keep them special.
Yeah.
I'll probably only want to do 3 or 4 of these this month, which is going to be a lot. And then we'll do maybe once every
We can have like one for Christmas. Or
one a
2.
month. I don't even know. We'll figure out everything that's going on because we do have a lot of changes coming up in the next for the future. So we're gonna have to figure out what direction we want to go with all of this content, including our games and our conversations. But I think we're gonna figure it out, and whatever we do figure out will be for the best for everybody. Mainly for your guys' enjoyment, though.
You just have to make sure that the movie podcast is enjoyable to listen to.
Right. I definitely want to toy with some other ideas. Maybe watching the movie on silent with subtitles.
I don't know if that's gonna, because like, what if we watch Nightmare on Elm Street on silent? We miss a big, enjoyable chunk of the movie.
You're right. We'll figure it out. Overall, I'm gonna say like a 6.5 out of 10 as a standalone movie. If I'm going off of what I saw in the movie, not any previous knowledge. Maybe even lower.
I would give it like a 6.
I would say like a 5.5, just based off of like just the movie itself, not knowing any plot.
As a standalone horror movie, like you don't know anything about Jason
Yeah,
or
probably
Hockey
like a
Mask.
5.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think 5.5 is probably a good ranking. I feel like if it was the 1980s, like when it came out,
Yeah.
it'd be up there.
I mean, it is what it is. I know it's not supposed to be like The Exorcist or like The Nun or whatever, all those like very scary movies, I guess, but it's a slasher film. That's all I have to say though. So
What was your favorite kill?
probably I don't know. I like the decapitation or the axe through the head.
Mine is definitely the axe.
I thought the arrow one was funny.
I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't see that one happen though, which sucks.
Yeah, but Bill being pinned against the door was funny.
Yeah. All right. We all agreeing around like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is coming out at midnight on Friday. So we're gonna see what movie we're gonna do next, and that's it for everything I have to say. That's it for the movie. Yeah. I'm still really bad at doing an outro, so
It's okay. It's our first ever movie episode, so it might not be the best.
it's also midnight on a school night for me and Cody, so it's not gonna be fun in the morning. But
Or tonight.
I don't think anyone cares. Anyways, goodbye everybody. I hope you found a way to enjoy this.